I would say that the greatest challenge that the world faces today is a growing, increasing chasm between rich people and poor people.
Former President Jimmy Carter tackled that challenge through his efforts to eradicate disease in impoverished areas. Dr. Peter Hotez first met Carter on a panel to raise awareness of neglected tropical diseases.
He did something quite extraordinary. He personally championed the idea that we should think about disease and health as a human right, and took on the very ambitious task of thinking about disease eradication.
How many of you have ever had guinea worms?
Through his non-governmental organization, the Carter Center, he traveled to Africa and Asia to eliminate guinea worm disease. Spread by consuming contaminated water and undercooked fish, the worm matures and grows throughout the infected person's body.
It produces a very painful and debilitating blister that can get infected, and it could even lead to loss of the limb.
And the fact that a village no longer has a terrible disease.
In 2007, Carter spoke with CBS Sunday Morning about his visit with infected villagers in Ghana.
I saw one beautiful young woman about 19 or 20 years old, and when I approached her, I thought she was holding a baby in her right arm. When I got closer, I saw that she was holding her right breast in her arm, and from the nipple of her breast was coming a guinea worm.
This took your breath away.
I cried on the spot. I get emotional thinking about it.
To stop the spread of the disease, Carter partnered with local officials, persuaded companies to donate supplies to kill the worm, and enlisted healthcare workers to travel to remote areas. In 1986, there were an estimated 3.5 million human cases of guinea worm. In 2023, there were 14. It's on track to be the second human disease ever eradicated, after smallpox.
How did President Carter and his team do in terms of guinea worm eradication?
He more or less got there, 99.99% reduction in the number of cases, and that is quite an extraordinary accomplishment.
There are many people on earth that are suffering completely unnecessarily. What you invest in improving those lives will pay you much richer dividends than what you put into it. When we first came to Ghana,
and for President Jimmy Carter, reaching out to those less fortunate is still paying dividends. Dr. John LaPook, CBS News, New York.